So go to paper 2, Sociology, May, June 2018. Okay. Question 1. Family. Sociologists have very different views of the family and whether it is beneficial for its members. For example, some sociologists view the family as a form of patriarchy, while others view it as more symmetrical. Rising divorce rates and changing attitudes to marriage means family life today is very diverse. What is meant by the term patriarchy? For patriarchy, it's a system that allows men to dominate the society. That is patriarchy. I think it's clear.
Is it a positive thing or negative?
Well, it depends on, for feminists, they wouldn't want it because feminists, they believe equal rights for men and women. But patriarchy means the society is dominated by men. So those in authority are men. Everywhere, every nooks and cranny of the society.
But is that well done thing?
No, it depends on how you feel about it. Like, oh, men dominance. Is this something you like?
Sure, no. It needs to be equal.
So you have to decide on that.
Okay.
The second question said, describe 2 examples of joint conjugal roles. When talking about joint conjugal, I said, this applies to a situation where both mother and father carry out tasks together. For conjugal roles, it means you have different roles and tasks to perform at home. That is conjugal. You get it? Okay. But for joint conjugal, it means both parents
are carrying the same.
Yeah, they don't have separated interest.
Okay.
So they ensure that things are done together. That is what joint conjugal is. So examples of joint conjugal roles are 1, sharing of expressive roles by parents. That means domestic things. Mom is doing, dad is doing. 2, sharing of decision making by both partners. So you could take decision about the school. I would take decision about maybe about their leisure time. So we take decisions. We agree on different decisions that we take. I think that is clear. Yeah. Question C. They said, explain how Marxists view the functions of the family. So here we're going to talk about Marxism and functionalism. So for Marxism, it's a sociological philosophy that comes with Karl Marx. So he believes that the society is about class. That in every society there's a class. Even in heaven, he said there's class in heaven. That is according to Karl Marx in the 19th century. So for Karl Marx, he believes that the society has the bourgeois, the upper class, the capitalists, who manipulates the middle and the lower class to conform with their own ideology. So that is about Marxist. Do you understand my point here? Yeah. Marxism is about...
It's a different mentality.
Yeah, it's a different mentality, believing that the society is full of class.
And the heaven is full of class as well. I hope hell, they think there is a class in hell as well.
Oh, well, maybe there's class. He said in every society there's class. So now even in hell there will be.
Of course.
So yeah, I said Marxists
are... They're going to be the highest.
Well, that's why it's class, upper, lower, middle.
Yeah.
So for Marxists, I wrote, Marxists agree with functionalists that the nuclear family performs roles that are vital to the society and individuals which make it an important institution. For Marxists, he believes that the functionalism, that's the functionalist. He agrees, Marxists agree with functionalists that the nuclear family has a role to perform in the society. Because it is through the nuclear family that individuals get to understand certain behavior, certain ways, certain attitude about the society. So that means the nuclear family is an important institution, which is primary socialization. So the role of women in the nuclear family is to take care of the men. The role of the women in the society, in the nuclear family, is to take care of the men. So which makes them to be more healthier. Do you get the point? Not taking care of the men does not mean that they are vulnerable to the men. It means that they have the ability to know, to understand what the men need at any point in time.
So most of us are nuclear families.
Nuclear, yeah, this is nuclear family. Your dad, your mom, and the children. That's nuclear.
Like you could probably say all of us.
Yeah, no, there's extended family. But these days, there's decline in extended family. I will get there.
Okay.
No. So for nuclear family, it consists of the dad, the father, the mother, and the children. No cousins, no uncle, no nothing.
Yeah.
That is nuclear family. So based on what I'm talking about here, the role of women in the nuclear family is to understand what the man needs at any point in time, in terms of feeding, in terms of stress relief. So this makes men to be more agile and active. And that is useful for capitalists who needs to use them. You get the point? Yeah. Capitalists use the middle class people and the lower class. So as a result, they need to be healthier. They need to be healthy. So the role of the nuclear family, the role of the mother, the woman in the nuclear family, allows the capitalist to be able to count on healthy men for their jobs. The third one, I wrote, the nuclear family makes members to believe that the system is fair, making them believe in capitalist ideology. So the men, they are poor, but they don't have any other choice. So they make the children understand that the capitalists are the best because they get money from them. So they let the children believe that the capitalist ideology is best for everyone, is fair. Do you get the point? Yeah. And the last one, symmetric family. Okay, no, I think that's all about that. Yeah. Okay, so that's the function of Marxist. Again, that's Marxism to functionalism in the family. You know, for Marxists, they believe that there's class in the society. They believe the capitalists rule the society. Yeah. So what Marxists are saying here is that through the nuclear family, the capitalists have come up with a way of manipulating the parents, especially the father, to believe that whatever they do is to the best of their interest. That is the point. Yeah. So that's why family is also an important institution. Now, question D.
Explain why some families are symmetrical.
What are symmetrical family? I said symmetrical family is a kind of family where the conjugal roles have become same. There's no separated roles. There's no separated task between the father and the mother or between partners. Do you get the point here? Okay.
They're all equal.
Yes, thank you.
And this is the third one. Right.
Okay.
And I want to have.
Okay, sure. So here I go. Symmetric family is a kind of family where the conjugal roles have become more equal. The reasons why some families are more symmetrical as follows. Why do we have more symmetrical family these days? Number one, dual worker families. Both partners are working. As a result, they take care of the interests, they take care of the domestics. Yeah. Do you get the first point? The second point, decline of extended family. You know, when you have the extended family, they poke nose into what happens within you. Do you understand? The grandparents wants to see what happens with their child. The brothers want to see what happens with their sibling. Do you understand?
No privacy.
No privacy. So these, with extended family, it might be difficult for couples or partners to have symmetric family because the extended family will always remind them about the gender roles. Do you get the point here? So, yeah. So with symmetry, so these days there's decline in extended family. So people start building their own with the partners. So no one is invading their privacy anymore. Do you get the point? So this makes it easier for both partners to do things the way they want it. So that's another reasons why we are having symmetrical family. Decline in extended family.
Family, like it has more independency than the other.
More privacy.
More privacy, more independency. Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
It has something to do with independency as well.
Yeah, yes, because you are free from
anybody else, for the gender rules.
Yeah, sure. Is it clear? Right. Now we go to E.
To what extent is marriage still the norm in modern industrial?
In the modern industrial society we're talking about now, this is the modern day society. So first, you define marriage. Marriage is the union between a man and a woman that makes them to become husband and wife. Okay. So, are you with me?
Yeah.
So marriage is still a norm in the modern society based on the following reasons. Number one, I wrote, the religion, traditional society, and community still regards marriage as valuable. The religion still preaches marriage. The community still preaches marriage. The traditional way still preaches marriage. So that means it's still a norm. So the rate of divorce is much these days, but same goes to the rate of remarriages. Yeah, there are a lot of divorces, but there are a lot of people getting remarried too.
The divorced guy gets married to another. Yeah.
You get it? So it's a norm too.
It's a circle.
It's a circle, okay? So the third one, I said, in many societies, the legal framework supports marriage. For example, it becomes easier for couples to want to travel abroad than single.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that means the legal framework of the society supports marriage. There are other reasons for it, but which your religion might not allow me to talk about.
Okay.
Do you get it? So we stop there. I think it's clear.
Yeah.
All right.
We also had this here in Libya. Our president, Abdel Hamid al-Fayba, you know him. It was like offering a specific amount of money
to encourage marriage. So that goes with the legal framework. Yeah, do you understand? It goes with the legal framework. So that means marriage is still the norm in the modern society.
So he's following this. He's following this method.
Right. At least he's doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something.
All right.
Now I understand.
Okay, great. So, however, high level now you have to state reasons why marriage might not be the norms too. So I said, I wrote, however, high levels of divorce in the present days make it an evidence that marriage doesn't matter. So you could get married today and divorce tomorrow. So that means it doesn't matter. You get the point? So feminists see marriage as patriarchal. That's the way feminists, they see marriage. So they want equality. And because there's increase in equality and there's increase in equality and women's rights, this makes marriage to be less popular. Do you understand? So what's the point of marriage? Yeah, it's marriage, but because the what do I call it? The background of marriage, how it started, makes a man puts man ahead, right?
Yeah.
So that's why feminists believe it is not equal. Marriage makes women to be vulnerable to men. Do you get the point? Okay. But these days, feminists, they've started fighting for equal rights, women's rights. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Less patriarchal, which makes marriage to become less popular.
You know, more easier.
Yeah, that point easier makes it less popular.
Some men are not accepting the idea of being equal to women.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because now you feel, I can't be under that man. I can't. It's a woman world now.
Yeah.
So do you understand the point? So the bone of contention about marriage, the importance that women give to marriage those days is declining. So they don't care anymore. That's the point. So marriage becomes less popular. Not that they're not going to be in marriage, but how do they go about the marriage? How do they hold it? To which extent do they hold it?
It will be hard for a man to find a partner, and it will be hard for a woman to find a partner, which makes it less rate of marriage.
Yes.
And less rate of divorce, by the way.
Sure.
Because if they found the right partners, there won't be a high rate of divorce. Yeah.
But all in all, I think you get the point.
I do.
The point is marriage becomes less popular because women's rights is increasing, and feminists are making sure that there's no patriarchal society.
Yeah.
It's clear, right?
It's happening, actually.
Not sure. It's the society.
Go for education.
Okay, that's all about question 1. So go to question 2, education.
Education affects an individual's life chances. Many views have been put forward to explain why different social groups experience different levels of success and educational achievement. Examples of these views include material deprivation and ethnocentrism. What is meant by the term?
Ethnocentrism, yeah.
What is meant by the term material deprivation?
So before I go into what material deprivation is, I want to quickly see. Ethnocentrism. Okay. So for education is one of the secondary socialization. Education also puts people in order on how to behave in the society. That's one of the importance of education. So it's a secondary socialization, not primary. The primary is the family. Primary socialization, the example of primary socialization is family, because that's where it starts from. The The nuclear family teaches you how to work, teaches you how to.
The basic, the first
circle. Yeah, the primary.
Yeah.
So education is secondary. Socialization, I think it's clear. So let's go to material deprivation. So I wrote material deprivation implies.
Could we consider the first primary? Could we consider it as if it had as we took in our last lesson, healthcare effect on the individual? Does it have this effect on the individual?
Primary socialization.
Yeah.
It has.
So it's an healthcare aspect. This is like, no. As we said, it affects the behavior.
Yes.
So it is.
Yes, that's why they used to say charity begins at home. Mm. What does that imply? Good behavior comes from home. So if that child is not behaving well
at home,
it started from home.
Resembles his family. Yeah.
Do you get the point?
Yeah,
okay. So for material deprivation, it implies to the inability to have money to be able to buy resources that is needed for a child's success in education. Do you get what material deprivation is there?
Yeah.
I said the inability to have money to be able to buy the resources needed for a child's success in education. That is material deprivation.
Okay.
So the second question.
Could it be considered as a kind of poverty?
Yeah, poor background, underprivileged background.
Okay. Be described two examples of
ethnocentrism. So for ethnocentrism, what does it imply? Ethnocentrism means you give importance to the majority culture than the minority culture. So you are putting majority culture above minority culture. For example, there's a Libyan. There's a Libyan culture, and let's assume we have the Amazigh. Okay. So you thinking about the Libyan culture, though Amazigh is a subculture anyway. So don't let's not talk about that. Let's talk about.
I keep it because like it's my country, so I could understand it way better.
So you seen Libya, you seen not Libya now, Amazigh and other culture. There's different other cultures, right?
Yeah.
There's Amazigh, there's what again?
There's Amazigh, there's a lot of.
Let's assume that we have the Tripolitan culture too.
Okay.
So we're treating the Tripolitan culture more important than the Amazigh culture because the Tripolitan, there are so much. Yeah, it's the center and it has much popularity, it has much resources.
Yeah.
So we're treating it more important than the Amazigh culture. Okay. That is what we call ethnocentrism.
Ethnocentrism. Okay.
Do you get the point here?
Yeah.
So you are treating majority culture above minority culture.
So the minority culture is Amazigh for now.
And the Tripolitan
is the
majority culture.
Majority culture. It has more majority than the
yes. So that is ethnocentrism.
Okay.
All right. So, and there's ethnocentrism in education. So I said examples of ethnocentrism in education are as follows. One, history taught in school. So they might be teaching history in this country, but instead of talking about the Amazigh history, they talk about the Tripolitan history. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
So the books of history will be based on the Tripolitan, not the Amazigh.
Yeah.
Just an example.
Yeah.
It's clear, right?
It's clear.
The second one, there may be lack of minority teachers in school, sending information that the minority group don't have status. So now the Libyan education, you might have a lot of Tripolitans, Misratans in the educational system, and you have teachers in the educational industry, and you have less people from Salman, less people from in the educational sector.
Yeah.
So that means you are not treating them well. You are letting that group to understand that they don't have status.
Okay, you're not paying attention to them.
You're not paying attention. That is ethnocentrism.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Could not racism?
No, ethnocentrism.
It has no other?
No. It is about the ethnic. It's ethnic. It is not racism. You're not just putting importance. You're not paying attention.
But they're judging you from the place you came from.
Ethnicity. It's ethnicity, not race.
Yeah. Okay.
It's ethnicity. You don't mix it up. Okay? And the last one, teachers stereotyping minority group and giving attention to those giving attention to majority group, letting them to understand that the minority group are less intelligent.
Yeah.
You know, it could happen in schools. Teachers stereotyping students like, these ones, you don't pay attention to them. You make others from the majority group or culture believe that they are the best, that these ones are less intelligent. It happens in school too. Do you understand? So these are ways in which ethnocentrism affects education.
It also happens because of the gender. I could see like sometimes that I experienced school. Sometimes there's those female teachers. They usually go for male more than females. You know, like she could help males more than.
That is not ethnocentrism.
But so what is the difference?
There it becomes we could talk about gender roles here.
This is gender roles.
Yeah.
But it's somehow related to ethnicity.
No, it is not. It's not. Ethnicity doesn't talk about gender.
So it's only talking about?
It's about where you are from, the kind of group you have. So okay. Yeah, we'll talk about Tripolitan. It could be males and female.
But it still have something to do with
identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to do with identity, but it's about role. It's not about, it's gender role here. It's not about ethnicity.
So in general, they're all related to each other.
I've heard
racism, that's all related to each other.
Well, it's discrimination.
Okay.
Discrimination.
Okay.
You could call it discrimination.
Okay. Discrimination.
Yeah.
They're all related to each other.
Okay.
They all have that mentality where they treat something صح or treat something لا غلط.
All right. They'll go to question
C.
Okay.
Explain how education is an agency of socialization.
Okay. So for education, education is a secondary socialization. That's the first point. I said that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote. Education is an agency of socialization based on the following reasons. Number one, it is a secondary agent of socialization and it teaches children how to behave in the society. And not only that, it teaches them the consequences. It lets them understand the consequences of not conforming in the society. Number one. Two, comprehensive education brings students of different backgrounds together to teach them tolerance. With comprehensive education, that means anyone could study here. That is comprehensive, irrespective of your background. So if I'm able to study here, you're able to study here, he's able to study, she's able to study, that means we'll be able to tolerate each other. We understand each other, then we can move on together. That means there's tolerance. So education teaches tolerance. Comprehensive education teaches tolerance because there's no segregation. The third one, education teaches gender role through hidden curriculum. Teachers state the expected behavior of a girl or expected behavior of the boy. Education teaches that too, yes or no?
Yeah.
Good. D, education can improve. Okay, that's all about that anyway.
Okay,
we'll go to D.
Explain why education can improve life chances. What type of question is this?
Life chances?
Yeah.
Sure. You don't get the point.
I education. Said what type of question is this?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. This is a question that goes to basically the underprivileged background. How can they move up the social ladder? And that is the point.
That is the point.
Do you get my point?
They could slightly move through the social ladder.
Let's see.
Okay.
So I wrote education teaching. Okay, yeah, I said education can improve life chances in the following ways. Number one, according to functionalists, underprivileged people can move up the social class, the social ladder, because good education can lead to better jobs. When you have good education, you can have a better job. Your chances of having a better job is high.
Better position.
It's high.
Better income.
Yes, it's high. Did you get the point?
Yeah.
So, educational success is highly valued in the Western societies. We're talking about the Western world.
Okay.
Educational success is highly valued. So what does that imply? It means educational success or education is a tool for you to climb the social ladder. Okay. Did you get it? In the service sector, like the tertiary institution, in the tertiary sector, they put more importance to education. You can't have a better job offer without a very good qualification. The service sector, not the primary sector, where we need more manual, where we need more effort, physical effort. Yeah. But the service sector is about mental effort. It's about mental effort. So as a result, it needs.
But it still needs physical effort, by the way.
Teaching.
Yeah, but it still needs the physical effort.
Yes, I know, but
not only about not only about the mental.
Yeah, the physical is using power to work. Yeah. That goes to maybe the prime sector of the economy. But for the service sector, you need more mental effort. And mental effort will be associated or characterized with qualification. You wouldn't see someone with the same background, with the same background with you. Maybe he finishes or she finishes his IGCs some 5 years ago, no other further education to teach you this. Yeah. Are you going to be comfortable sitting with him or her? Sure enough. So that's what the point is. Yeah. Is it clear?
We'll go for E.
And the last one, I wrote comprehensive education is available to all, which gives everybody equal chances to be rich. You get the point?
To be rich. Being rich is this simple to be rich? No.
At least to make you move up the social class ladder. Yeah. Up the social ladder. Yeah. Is it clear?
Yeah, very clear.
All right. So go to E.
To what extent are material factors that most important influence on educational achievement?
What are material factors? Material factors refer to differences in the material conditions, such as income, such as housing conditions, that influences education. You know, we talked about material deprivation. Okay. So if there's material deprivation, it means the parents doesn't have money to buy the resources that child needs for his educational success. Yeah. That is material deprivation. That comes from material factor. Material factor. Do you get the point? So
are they the same?
Yeah. Example of material factor is material deprivation.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wrote here. I said material.
That's type of material factors.
No. Example of material factor is material deprivation. Lack of money. Lack of good housing.
Lack of food.
Lack of basic needs.
Okay.
So I wrote material factors have huge influence on educational achievement due to the following reasons. Number one, those with money can attend private schools where results are always good. Yeah. You get it? Yeah. Those without money cannot. Yeah. That's the first point. That's material factors. Number two, some schools lack financial capability to buy resources. Maybe the public schools, they don't have resources to buy. They don't have the money to buy it. As a result, it deprives you from having the resources needed for your success. Yeah. Do you get the point? Did I write the box again? I think I was. Okay. Yeah. Material factors can decide where a person lives. Income will decide where you live. Yes or no? So, how conducive your environment is might influence the kind of results you bring out from school. Do you get it? When you live in a conducive environment where there's electricity, there's no noise and all these things, it gives you serene opportunity to be able to do things the way it should be done.
The way it should be done.
Do you get the point? Yeah. Children from poor background. That's where we're going. Children from poor background, they might have to work part-time to help their education. These could hinder their studies.
Affected.
Yes. Do you understand? You have to go to school and work. So if you have to do this, it might be detrimental to your studies. That might make you not to achieve good results.
Okay.
You don't believe it?
For me, this is what I want to do. I'm not from a poor background.
No, sir. No, you're not. Listen.
Yeah, I said I want to do it, but I don't think it's going to affect my grades or something.
Listen, we're talking about children from a poor background. Do you know what?
They're doing the same. It doesn't matter. I'm poor. They're poor. I'm rich.
Do you know the kind of job they will do? They might hawk in the street. No, it's not the same, girl. Is it clear now? I could give you a typical example. It's not this one you're saying. You're working from home. That's not a job. We're talking about someone who strives. Yeah. Okay. Is it clear? Very clear. The last one, having access to money determines if you're going to stay in the college or in the university for those years you are supposed to stay. lack of accessibility to money might make you a dropout.
Yeah.
You might drop out in the middle.
No money.
Yeah. So your educational achievement is gone. Is it clear?
The most important thing is clean.
Is it clear?
There.
Any question about it?
Sure.
So that's education and family.
I like both.
Uh-huh.
And I really enjoyed them.
Good.